congratulations on another season.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Tell me, what can we expect? How would you describe it? And how is it elevated this season?
Well, I think it's elevated because we're fortunate enough to keep going, right? Like, not everybody has success in this area, as I've been told. I didn't know in the beginning, which I'm very thankful for that ignorance. Because, you know, the first 3 seasons, we've been so supported by the fans and even success with, like, accolades, like, and that helps, you know, with a show. So, and its longevity. So I think with that longevity, you're afforded to kind of go deeper and, like, be bigger, like with your show, and like people get to know that we do karaoke. So now we have people going, hey, they'd sing a song too if she's into it, you know, so that's cool. I think people just getting to know the show is what makes it easier and more fun.
Talk to me about some of the guests that you're excited about this season.
I'm really excited about, well, the first show, I love Garth Brooks. I just, as a human as well, people don't know this maybe, but like behind the scenes, he is like such a benevolent soul and the coolest person ever. I love seeing people that I've adored for so long, like be that kind of genuinely just cool person. It's just such a light for others, and so I love that. I love that we got to go deeper. Like, I think people are getting to know the show better. So even when like Hillary and Chelsea Clinton came on, we got to discuss Gutsy, which they're working on, which, by the way, do not start watching that show unless you have hours to devote, because it's hard to not watch the whole thing all in one sitting. And then Lin-Manuel, I love music, I love, you know, obviously, and so I love having guests on like that. And then Lord of the Rings, I'm all about any kind of magic, y'all. I love magic, any kind of thing like that. So like we got the Rings of Power, the whole cast, and we have a bunch of, you know, people coming on for, that we've already started some of the shows, and it's just exciting, I think, to feel refueled from summer break and then come back and you feel like so excited and rejuvenated.
How did you refuel this summer?
A 4-wheeler.
Oh, right.
Yep. I literally was on Big Green like the whole summer. Like, whether it was with my kids, who are incredible at 4-wheeling, and it's kind of scary at first because they're 6 and 8. But yeah, they loved it. And I was just with my sister, my nephew, and I made myself take time, and I didn't do any work except for once I got a little bit of a break, I started being inspired. So like, we're about done with my record. So I was working on music, but that's not really work. So
that's pure joy.
That's pure therapy.
Yes. Yeah. Well, what can we tease about this record?
Well, it's literally almost finished, and it's taken me a couple years to, you know, be comfortable, and I had to get through a lot to be able to actually get to a place where I wanted to release it. I think you almost have to be past whatever emotional state you're kind of in once it's out there, so you can talk about it and not, you know, just sob. That was very therapeutic for me to get to take time off on my ranch and just kind of space for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Obviously, music is a huge part of the Kelly Clarkson Show, and we're doing a big Kelly Clarkson, or
karaoke search.
Karaoke search.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Talk to me about this and how you're kind of honoring the 20-year anniversary of American Idol.
Well, it was just kind of befitting because it literally is 20 years ago that I won Idol, and that changed my life. And then people, I mean, this karaoke thing has been going on even before the TV show. I've been doing it on tour, where a fan picks a song that day and I sing it and learn it, and it doesn't always pan out, but we give it our best shot. But it's you know, it's been going on for so long, and the fans have been a part of it and a part of my whole career, and the reason why I have one, right? So we thought it would be fun to do a karaoke search across the states, and we went like a road trip, and we're like hand selecting people to come be a part of this giant karaoke that we're doing on the show. So and then honestly, through that, we ended up finding a singer that's actually going to be on my record because her tone was so incredible. And I was like, this would be perfect, because I couldn't, you know, we have our individual tones that we're good at, but I can't do like low Toni Braxton stuff. So I have to search out those singers. So
that's so cool. So in the, you know, 5, 10, and 20 years since that moment of winning Idol, how do you feel you've grown and evolved as a person?
It's an interesting question, right? Because I feel like I've obviously progressed as a human. Hopefully we all have. Yeah. We all know some who haven't. And then at the same time, though, I do feel very similar and very tied to that 19-year-old girl that first auditioned. Like, I don't feel very different in the sense that, like, I've always had a lot of jobs. Well, then it was necessity. And I've always loved talking to people, and I've always loved performing. I still love all the same things. I'm still kind of similar to her. But I think I'm just, like, obviously the grown-up version. And you know, I don't know, priorities change when you become a parent as well. So it's, I don't know, I feel similar to her, but also different. That's a horrible answer, I realize.
No, that's a
I should think of a better answer for this when I'm asked.
No, I love this answer because I think what makes you amazing and what the fans love so much is that the essence from then is still so apparent now.
Well, I'm still like a super fan of like things. I get very excited. I think it can be overwhelming for introverts, that I am an extrovert. But I love life. I love, we only get so many trips around the sun, like I said in that post that people are referencing, and I feel like that's true. And unfortunately, I've had people pass and several, and it's just a real healthy dose of, reminding ourselves of like, you don't know how long we're going to be here. So like enjoy every day and make sure you're loving what you're doing,
Well, that was my next question is what advice would you give to your younger self? I don't know if that's it, but.
I think I was forced to watch myself in this interview thing, and it killed me. Cause I was like, oh my God, I'm annoying. So it was really hard. I think we're like hard on ourselves maybe, but also I think I was nervous, like starting out in the industry and like talking, and it would just be like blah, blah, blah. And it's still kind of like that, but a little bit more controlled, possibly. So I don't know if I'd tell myself anything. I think, there were several things that I would have loved to avoid in life, but then I wouldn't have learned that lesson that I obviously needed to learn. And so I don't think I'd have changed anything. So I probably would have just been like, you buckle up. It's going to be good and bad. So I think that's all of us would do that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.